Before colonization came guns and flags, Africa already had order, complex societies, deep philosophies, structured spiritual systems. African spirituality was not chaos. It governed law, morality, land, leadership, and community. Every society had priests, elders, healers, moral codes, and cosmic understanding. Spirituality was not separate from life, it was life. Then Europeans arrived, not first with soldiers, but with missionaries. They didn't begin by taking land, they began by questioning belief. They said African religions were evil, that ancestors were demons, that African gods were false. This was the first conquest, the mind. Once a people doubt their own spirituality, they begin to doubt themselves. And that doubt opened the door. Missionaries were often the first Europeans to live among African communities. They learned local languages, mapped territories, studied customs. This information later helped colonial governments control those same societies. Where missionaries settled, colonial administrators soon followed. The church became the advanced base of empire. Missionaries preached peace, obedience, and humility. They taught that resistance was sinful, that authority was ordained by God. This message softened resistance before colonization even began. By the time soldiers arrived, many minds were already subdued. The cross cleared the path for the crown. Mission schools became powerful colonial tools. Children were taught European history, European heroes, European values. African history was erased. African languages were punished. African names were replaced. Education wasn't neutral, it was designed. It trained interpreters, clerks, and laborers for colonial systems. Not thinkers, not leaders. The smartest Africans were educated to serve empire, not challenge it. And when a generation forgets who they are, control becomes easier. Missionaries reshaped theology to suit colonial needs. They emphasized heaven over earth, afterlife over justice, endurance over resistance. Suffer now, rejoice later. This message kept exploited people quiet while resources were extracted. Palm oil, gold, rubber, human labor. Obedience was preached as godliness. Rebellion became sin. Colonial rule was no longer just political. It was divinely justified. African traditions that empowered women were attacked. Communal land ownership was discouraged. Extended family systems were weakened. Individualism replaced community. Shame replaced pride. Sacred dances became witchcraft. Healing knowledge became paganism. African identity became something to escape. This cultural breakdown fractured unity, and divided people are easier to rule. Colonization did not only steal land, it dismantled social bonds. Conversion was rarely free. Convert and your child gets education. Convert and you receive food. Convert and you gain protection from colonial punishment. Faith became a transaction. Those who resisted were labeled stubborn, evil, or backward. Those who complied were rewarded. Religion became a gatekeeper to survival. This wasn't spiritual liberation, it was coercion. Not all missionaries were cruel. Some genuinely cared. Some defended Africans against excess brutality. Some preserved languages and records. But even the good missionaries operated within a colonial system. They rarely questioned colonization itself, only its methods. They argued for kinder rulers, not freedom. The system remained intact, and the damage was already done. The effects still live with us. Identity confusion, language loss, religious intolerance toward African spirituality. Many still believe Africa must be saved from itself. As the proverb says, when the missionaries came, they had the Bible, and we had the land. They taught us to pray with our eyes closed. When we opened them, they had the land, and we had the Bible. This history isn't about rejecting faith, it's about reclaiming truth. Because until the mind is decolonized, the chains remain, even when invisible.